Hello YouTube, how's everybody doing out there? This is your boy Soupy Burrs Man coming at you with GT Sport. Have fun watching, like, comment, subscribe, and enjoy me getting a bunch of penalties from other people hitting me. Here we go. First guy, Austin Martin. You know how when you drive the Austin Martin, you can't slam on the brakes or you start to slide? Watch this. Right into me. I got a penalty for that. I don't know how that was my fault, what I could have done. Like, was I supposed to dive into the wall because I saw he didn't hit the brakes right? I don't know. But, yep. It's very frustrating getting penalties because of other people. Gran Turismo needs to fix a lot of things. I think that Gran Turismo needs to take away that thing where it starts counting up and fix the penalty system before they do that. See, this time, because I had the penalty, I was like, okay, let's let him pass. Let me slow down more so I don't get another penalty from him. And what kind of racing line is he driving? I just don't understand. Also, pretty much everyone's in Austin Martin in this race. It's the fastest car in the straight line. See, what kind of racing line is he on? And what is he doing with the brakes? There's that guy too. You'll see him a lot of times. He doesn't like being drafted. Oh, I thought there was a point where I hit him. I didn't remember it, but I was like, wait. Like I did. What did I do? That gave me a penalty too, but that one was kind of my fault. I was at like 3-second penalties right at this point. And these two people are the worst at driving. Oh, I got a penalty for that. Got the worst race, and then that guy. They both have the worst race line ever. They shouldn't even be in my group, but they are. And how did they get an AS? I have no clue. braking early because I don't want to hit this guy. That's me letting my penalties go, so I have to give up the race after all the positions I picked up. Also, it didn't start counting down till right now. It's crazy. All those penalties and only one was my fault, which was hitting this wall. The race for me is pretty much over. I'd like to say I'm one of the good drivers, and I get screwed all the time. I always try to do a race without hitting people. I'm always doing my best to avoid people, and I still get penalties, and it's like, are you serious? It's crazy. Kind of sad. I have fastest driver for Subaru, fastest driver for Toyota, fastest driver for Dodge, Lamborghini, Viper. I don't know if I said Viper already or not. Pretty much every car, every manufacturer, I've got an award for being the fastest driver. But I don't know, I just think I'm too good to be in last place over other people hitting me. So Gran Turismo, you really gotta fix this penalty system, because I was an SS in this race, and I lost my sportsmanship S, so I was an SA from this race. And then there's plenty of other races that you're gonna see that I've been through, and I dropped all the way to an AC. An SS gets dropped to an AC. There's 3 races, 3 FIA races I was in, where I got stupid penalties, and I ended up getting like 10-second penalties 3 times, and I had people blocking me, crashing me, and I was getting penalties. I ended up in last place in all the races. Started in 5th in the first one, started in 3rd in the second one, started in 6th in the 4th one, started in 8th in the last one. And I ended up in last place for getting penalties that I don't know where they came from. So, being in last place by 20 seconds, quit. Because there's nothing I can do. There's no going back, there's no getting second to last. That's it. I rage quit. And that is mostly what has to do with me losing my SS. But the crazy thing is, quit or finish, either way, I was losing. So I was quitting because I was like, you know what, either way, I'm gonna lose my SS no matter what. Whether I finish it or I stay in last place, I'm gonna lose it. And then it's ridiculous. And then I have to stop and let the race go because of other people hitting me, and that's not right. There was one race where I got rear-ended, first place, rear-ended right off the track. I had a 10-second penalty, plus I was pushed into the dirt. And when we finished the race, the person who smashed me into the dirt had no penalty. So how did he not get a penalty, and I get an 8-second penalty for getting rear-ended off of the track? Don't know. Last place. All because I had to stop for all those penalties. And now no one's around me and I'm not getting penalties. But it gets worse. Let's skip to the worst part. Because I'm pretty sure you don't want to see the boring part where I was by myself. That's a good point to bring up right here, too. So I'm coming up on this guy. I'm like, okay, I gotta stay to the outside of this turn. Why did he do that? Why did he go to the outside of the turn? Like, I left plenty of inside turn for him. I don't get it. I try to stay clean and he bumped me and I got a penalty. I just don't understand how that works. Like, what was I supposed to do? Go smash into the wall because he didn't take the turn right? Oh man. Gran Turismo, tell me what I did wrong there. Or somebody, leave a comment. Tell me what I did to get a penalty right there. I'd like to see what you think. Watch, I'm not there. Look how inside, like, I don't get it. Like, he doesn't know how to take that turn properly, I guess. Like, when you're racing with other people, you have to race differently than you did in qualifying. The race is completely different from the qualifying. You have to realize you're racing with other people. So that's the whole point of racing etiquette. But a lot of these people must have just clicked play and walked away from the TV and didn't watch the video on the racing etiquette. Because there's too many people in this game who have good stats, but they suck at racing. And that's just not fair. And another thing that people that Gran Turismo should realize, between steering wheels, which I have, and controllers, Controllers get a lot of assistance. I've had an argument with a guy once who uses a controller. He says, "No, all my assistants are off." My response to him was, how can you race with a controller? You wouldn't be able to race with a controller if you didn't have help. So my thing is, I spent $500 on my steering wheel. So why are controllers having the advantage over me being dedicated to this game and spending the $500 on the steering wheel? Wouldn't you think that the controllers don't get help? The steering wheel has nothing. I got all the assistants off, I got nothing helping me. Controllers, you got all of them off, you got plenty of help. That's why you can race with them off. And I just think it's unfair that there's people that aren't as dedicated to racing. And there's a lot of people who don't have a dream to become a race car driver like me. And it's just not fair. And another thing, you can do FIA races to get a real racing license. So my thing is, why are controllers in the same group as the steering wheel? Controller people won't be able to race in a real car if they're using a controller, because you don't race in a real car with a controller. And I also know somebody who had a wheel, and he's better with the controller, and he thinks that it's better to use the controller, when really it's not. You're getting help. Be as good as you are with a controller with the wheel. You can't. Because with the wheel, you don't get assistance, and with the controller, you do. Here's a key point to prove that controllers have more help than a steering wheel. If you have a steering wheel, or if you don't, you know how when it shows the cars in the row, like first it's this guy, second it's this guy, third it's this guy, and it slowly goes by and shows you each car? When people turn their steering wheel, when people turn their wheels, when you see someone turn their wheel with a controller, you'll see it wobble. Like the camber changes as you turn the wheel. And then you see it with the steering wheel, it just goes left and right. There's a key point to prove my theory on the controller having help. I don't understand how controllers can have a better opportunity than me with a wheel. You would think that the steering wheel is easier. Try playing Gran Turismo 6 with a steering wheel or with a controller and see if it's as easy as it is for this game. It's not, because the controllers didn't have as much help. This is a sim racing game. That means you get a steering wheel and a chair and you race, like as if you were racing in real life. That's what this game is for. There's no such thing as racing a real car with a controller. I should have the advantage over the controllers. Steering wheel should have the advantage. Or nobody should have the advantage. If you're better, you're better. That's how it should be. Also, when you have a controller, you have to turn the right amount for the turn. With a steering wheel, you could turn the wheel more than it's supposed to. Like, say for instance, the go-kart. My steering wheel moves within an inch either way, like this, half an inch either way with the go-kart. I can turn the wheel a quarter, and now I'm just turned way too much. But with a controller, the analog stick, the wheel turns only as far as the analog stick goes, no matter what. So you could turn the analog stick, you could yank it to the left, and the car's still going to steer slowly to the left, and it's going to get to the stopping point. With the steering wheel, there's no stopping point. I can continue to keep turning the wheel. That's very unfair. That I spent $500 and I lose to people with controllers. It's not fair. I think if it's really like this, steering wheels and controllers should race in totally different classes. That's what I think. Good night, good day, good evening.